Hi Taurus, Taurus rising and Taurus moon. This is your August 2016 forecast. The sun has been in Leo in your 4th house since the 22nd of July and will stay there until the 22nd, 23rd of August. This makes the predominant theme this month 4th house concerns. The 4th house has to do with home, family, roots. It's how we feel connected to the past. It tells us a lot about who we are. So you'll be focusing on domestic affairs and people that you love and those that you're close to or consider family. It's also a month where you can get involved in property concerns. You may choose to invest in your home or buy property or in some way beautify your property or spend money on your property to make it more stable and secure. So this month, that's where the focus is. On the 23rd of August, the sun will move into your 5th house, lightening things up considerably. This will make the focus much more lighthearted. You'll want to have fun, you'll want to engage in your creative pursuits and hobbies, or you may really buckle down and work on a personal business scheme, anything that you consider your baby. Let's look at where the new moon and the full moon are this month, as that's always an overarching focus too. The new moon in Leo is in your 4th house, and the full moon is in Aquarius in your 10th house. So this shows that you'll be striving for a balance between work and home. So how can you balance your domestic concerns and home responsibilities with your professional responsibilities? So the new moon in Leo has trines to Saturn in your 8th house. This may show taking cautious financial risks or making cautious financial plans to secure your future or your home. And the moon also trines Saturn in this house, so it's very much about long-term plans and progress, that has to do with joint investments that you may have with a partner, or just angling your finances towards your home. So investments in the home or investments that will help you feel more stable and secure, and cautious planning around those things and possibly cautious investments. So the first of the month kicks off with a trine between Venus and Uranus from your 4th to 12th houses. This can show a real effort to get things done, so it's very good for constructive planned effort and, for group plans that require participation for results. It can also mean transformational work that you're doing on yourself and things that you're trying to let go of and you need to cut out of your life. The new moon on the 2nd of August has trines from the sun to Saturn and the moon to Saturn involving your 4th and 8th houses. Again, like I said, this relates to cautious financial investments and, cautious planning around ways to structure your finances to benefit your home life and security. So these are very productive aspects and show good long-term thinking and planning that have to do with finances in the home, joint finances in particular. On the 4th of August, Mars moves into Sagittarius in your 8th house. This pertains to values and resources that you share with others. So again, it's the house of joint resources, resources that you may share with a partner or investments that you've made, especially investments that you've made with somebody else. So here, values and resources that you share with a partner could be an area of conflict. It could also mean aggressive investments. So there could be conflict around the way that you're investing your money if you're doing so with somebody else or on somebody else's advice. And so disagreement, possible mismanagement with joint finances. But yeah, if one takes the time and trouble, you can use this to have more certainty around decisions that you've made and commitment that you've made with finances. So, but perhaps not a good month for making riskier decisions than usual around these things, which is to say, financial investments. On the 6th of August, Venus squares Mars from the 5th to the 8th house. So this relates to tension and interpersonal contacts. There may be difficulty prioritizing information because Venus is in Virgo, and but you can use this friction constructively to take initiative. So find a productive outlet for it. On the 7th of August, Mercury opposes Neptune. This aspect can have logical thinking take a hit. again, there may be miscommunication, you may be feeling a little bit more gullible than usual, so it's not the day to sign a contract or to go ahead with something if you're confused about a matter, so perhaps hold off a little bit. On the 10th of August, there's a much better aspect for that sort of thing. Mercury will be trining Pluto from the 5th to the 9th houses, and this is very good for intense research, constructive thinking, investigative thinking. So this aspect will help you get to the bottom of a problem and clarify questions that you've had. It's also good for the houses of fun and travel and education. So you can use this for a subject that you're exploring, or even as pertains to travel, a transformative experience that you're planning that relates to travel. So a much better aspect for decisive action. And like I said, if there's something that you want to get to the bottom of, this is a good aspect to use for that. It's also good for all kinds of interpersonal communication. So if there's a deep discussion that you need to have, the 10th is the day to do it. On the 14th of August, Venus opposes Neptune from your 5th to 11th houses. This can be confusion around romantic partners, friends, or even just having dealings with shady characters. So perhaps it's a better time to do some healthy escapism and go and watch a romantic movie or lose yourself in a book with these themes, and you can siphon off the energy that way. On the 16th of August, the Sun trines Uranus, and it's between your 4th and 12th houses. So I think, this aspect for you could relate to some kind of therapeutic or transformative work that you're doing on yourself. It could relate to something like therapy, or even just any kind of modalities that you're using on yourself for personal growth. There may be things that you realize you need to cut out of your life and get rid of that have been kind of pushing up from the subconscious mind and making your life uncomfortable. The 17th of August, Venus trines Pluto from the 5th to the 9th house. And this is a great day for adventure and finances and for transformative experiences in general. Also good for study, but potentially artistic study, or just something that requires an artistic touch. But for any kind of pleasurable travel or pleasurable learning experience that's going to take you beyond the mundane, it's very good for that. So the 17th of August, also a good day for you. On the 18th of August, it's the full moon in Aquarius in your 10th house. There are constructive aspects between the moon and the sun and Uranus, which relate to your career and ways that you function within the group, because it's Aquarius. So it's your light coming to shine within collective pursuits professionally. So working as a team, how can you get the most constructive results with those people that you're working with? And again, because of the 12th house aspects to Uranus, what do you want to cut out of your life, to help you move forward and make more of your growth in professionally speaking? On the 22nd of August, Mercury conjuncts Jupiter in the 5th house. This is also a great aspect for you and in a very fun house, so to speak. So good for fun communication, expansive communication. So, very expressive aspects. So if you've got a conversation that you want to have with someone in the context of a fun recreational activity, that's great. So good for romantic communications, good for passion projects. Like I said, if you have your own business or something that you're working on that you consider your baby, then an excellent aspect for that. So plans that you've got around that would be very fruitful on this day. That's the 22nd of August. On the 23rd of August, the Sun goes into Virgo in your 5th house. As I said, in the 5th house, the focus will be a lot more light-hearted for you. And so this will be a month, the last week of August and into the 22nd, 23rd of November, you'll be focusing on fun activities, and activities that you're passionate about. So there may be some risk-taking and enthusiastic romantic encounters, So the focus is on fun, romance, risk-taking, having a good time, but we'll look more at that next month. On the 24th of August, Mars conjunct Saturn in your 8th house. This can show consolidating debts, putting your financial affairs in order, perhaps out of necessity, or conflict over joint resources that you share with a partner or investments that you've made. So, this can help. This is a difficult aspect and can be a bit troubling, so it can be conflict around those areas of joint resources, and also needing to take perhaps a step back in terms of financial planning, but also consolidating debts like paying your taxes, attending to all the requisite paperwork, and so on. But it is a useful aspect in terms of making you more sure about what you're involved with. So use it to that effect. Look over all your details. Like I said, settle your bills, get your affairs in order. Once Mars moves past Saturn, things will free up considerably. On the 26th of August, Mars squares Neptune from the 8th to the 11th houses. Again, this can show mixing with shady people, or just confusion around a friend that you're engaged with. Some miscommunication may go down, or a misunderstanding. So don't let it get to you. And if you're involved with shady people, needless to say, step away. On the 27th of August, Venus conjuncts Jupiter in your 5th house. This is a great place for this aspect, which is a real feel-good aspect. It's a great day for a party, it's a great day for entertaining, for any kind of celebration, and in your 5th house, you're bound to make the most of it. So have some kind of adventure, socialize, mingle. You'll be feeling very good, and so will the people around you. On the 29th of August, Mercury conjuncts Venus. Again, this is great for communication, especially light-hearted communication or love communication. You'll be feeling very sensitive and able to express yourself quite tenderly. So if you've got sweet nothings that you need to say to someone, or you need to smooth over some ruffled edges with a partner or a loved one, then this is the day to do it. Things will be very amicable, you'll be feeling very charming, and communication will flow smoothly and easily. So that precedes Mercury going retrograde in Virgo. We'll talk about that next month. Thanks for tuning in to this monthly forecast.